What's going on, fam? This is Jay Cameron inviting you to join us in Ethiopia next March 2025. And this is going to be an iconic trip that you don't want to miss, a trip of a lifetime. We're going to be visiting Addis Ababa, Gondor, Lalibela. You'll have a chance to taste the amazing Ethiopian food. You'll also have a chance to visit the Rastafarian community. You'll get the history, you'll get the fashion, you have an opportunity to shop. It's going to be a trip, an experience of a lifetime. So make sure you sign up to join us in Ethiopia, March 2025.
Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
At African Diaspora News Channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global Black community. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is Monday, July 22nd. We are trucking along on this month. Yeah, we will be looking at August, not too long. I hope everybody is doing very well. You know, we have some, as we know, interesting developments over the weekend. That's for sure. We had on Friday Representative Sheila Jackson Lee from the 18th District here in the Houston, Texas. She passed away. Sheila had announced a few weeks ago that she had pancreatic cancer, and Sheila Jackson Lee had, ended up passing away. And so definitely, as we said on Friday, we would definitely want to send our condolences to, Sheila Jackson Lee and her family. Even if you disagree with Sheila's politics, and that we did disagree with, it doesn't negate the fact that she's still a Black woman in the community, definitely a Black woman in the diaspora. So we definitely want to have respect, for Sheila Jackson Lee. Her legacy is what she decided to leave it as, and only history can tell what her legacy is fully going to be once it's all said and done. Then we fast forward to Sunday. President Joe Biden, he posted a letter to X, formerly known as Twitter, and he ended up dropping out of the race. And we had, covered that Sunday, kind of like when it happened on the podcast, on the Phillip Scott podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the Phillip Scott podcast and all our channels, Malume's Exodus, that's our travel and food channel. Yes, we're going to be expanding that channel too. The Black Congregation is like our second other news channel. That channel only covers news mostly just in America. This one kind of covers news all over the world and also in America. And the Phillip Scott Show, if you like something different, you want more so things outside of news, politics, entertainment, that sort of thing. We got some things in development coming to the Phillip Scott Show. It's going to be a little different. Something international we're going to be doing. I'm kind of getting excited about that play. So, if you want to, because let me tell y'all something. And what we're doing, we're not going to be, at least our company is not going to be pigeonholed to one thing, right? You got to have your hand in all of it. Just kind of like the folks. They got their hands in news, politics. They got their hands in entertainment. They got their hands in podcasting. They got their hands in sports. They got their hands in travel, food, DIY. They got anything you can think of, the folks media-wise, got their hands in it. They don't pigeonhole themselves to one thing. And as I said before, I enjoy doing news and politics. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy it. But there are times that I just don't. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it's annoying. I'm gonna tell you, news and politics can get very frustrating because there's two things that people tell you when they say not to discuss: religion and politics. Why do they tell you that? Because people get extremely emotional about religion and politics, and everybody's an expert, no matter where they come from, in religion and politics. You can't tell nobody nothing. So it can get tiresome. I'm not gonna lie, doing definitely anything with politics, news. So when I'm doing other channels, it's just giving me a break because it can get to a point where you just don't enjoy it at times. A lot of times I enjoy it, don't get me wrong. But there's times it just get too much. And sometimes I ain't gonna lie, some of y'all out there, just some of y'all responses can get on my nerves at times. I know it get on people's nerves. Anybody who's a content creator knows that. And so just doing other content or even just taking a break, you know, that helps us out, right? So just being honest, just being extremely honest. So yeah, because I don't want to be pigeonholed to one thing, because you put all your eggs in one basket, then that basket goes, and then what? What do you have? So never do that, okay? You say you ski wee into the polls. All right, cool, ski wee all day. All right, so from Sunday, Biden, I think maybe an hour later, supposedly Biden, it's on his account, but I'll say supposedly, he endorsed Kamala Harris to be president. All the FEC paperwork was changed to Harris for president. So Kamala Harris is now running. Everybody's crowding around Kamala Harris. It's changed the election completely, definitely with Donald Trump, because he was coasting with Biden, but now with Kamala Harris, he's going to have to do things a little bit different. There you go. Do I think that Donald Trump is going to coast? No. If I think he could win, but he got to fight for it, because they're going to I'll get into that later, what the Democrats going to do with her. You know, I already see the play. I already see it. But let me say this. I think the brother from Redstone Firearms, and I kept seeing his posts. I actually followed the brother on Instagram, and they were saying that they was fighting so hard to keep their business open. Black-owned, gun shop. Keep their business open, and they just went through so much for years, kept trying to get loans, stuff like that. And the biggest issue with black businesses is access to capital. But do you know them? Like, you see all these white guys, when they create a business, they just throwing money at them. Well, most of them get their money from venture capital firms, and let's call it what it is. They fund their own. Unfortunately, we aren't like that. We aren't. We have people with a lot of money that's just playing with money in our community. The reason why sometimes we're not ahead is because of our own people. Let's call it what it is. Instead of tricking off, at the strip club, you could take $50,000, especially if you got millions. You could take $50,000. You can give just about almost everybody that got something good going on in your city. I always say you ain't got to do nothing all over the country. Just do something in your city. Like you got some businesses in the community. You see they doing good, man. $50,000, $100,000 would change that black business forever. It would, especially you see them brothers and sisters working hard. They doing good. 50,000, 100,000 would change, and they can expand, because that's the key. Once you inject money into that black business, they can expand, hire employees. The key to wealth is not only business, but employees. If you don't have employees, you're going to be stuck at a certain dollar amount. You're going to be stuck right there. You got to keep hiring, but you got to pay your people, right? And unfortunately, we don't support our own. That's why we don't have anything. And we still stuck in the consumer instead of being a business owner. It's a big, big unfortunate. It's a big unfortunate. But I will say to my brothers and sisters who are here, think about trying to expand outside the U.S. If you make a certain amount of money in the U.S., I'm telling you, you can double and triple your money outside the U.S. by your American dollar. Establish that same business, whatever business you have outside the U.S. in other countries, and you'd be surprised how you can literally hire every employee you want, pay them good, and your business you can literally double and triple your money outside of America because you got the American dollar. Because in here, it's hard. But I'm learning that every day about doing more things outside the U.S. Certain things that I have done and produced outside the U.S. has saved me so much money than doing it here, because they sabotage us, man. And that's a stream of a different day. They play this game. You got to be soft shoeing to get certain money. If you don't fill out all these forms the right way, it's not like somebody gonna say, well, shoot, brother, let me teach you how to do this. Or look, we got a service to do. It's not like that. And if they do have a service, they're gonna charge you a gang of money to have access to it. So it's I'm not saying the money not out there, because, you know, people know where it's at, but they make sure we don't know where it's at. You know what I'm saying? It's just very, very unfortunate. It just make me feel just a certain way about that, because we just waste money in our community. But anyway, with that being said, I just tell black people, if you got something good going in America and you got a little money, try to produce that overseas. I'm telling you, even when we go on these trips to the continent, if you got a business mind, you're literally gonna see where you can actually set up a business at, even on these trips. You can do a good thing by creating a business and hiring the locals, which need jobs, and you can expand. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta think sometime outside the U.S., because the U.S. is rigged against black Americans. But anyway, with that being said, so let's go ahead and get to the devotion for right now, and then let's get into talking about your ski-wee homegirl, Kamala, because we got to talk about her, because I already see what the game is already. So let me, yeah, it's Monday, so, you know, I always got to start off with homegirl on Monday. So let me go it on and get with on Monday.
Hey guys, it's Super Mayor Tiffany A. Henry, the people's mayor.
Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet, the mayor, not the trustees that don't do nothing, that only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no work.
What is that?
No comment. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
So this is what it's all about, guys. They don't want a black person in power. They don't want a woman in power. If you ain't seen that yet. And someone so young. Everybody gotta understand, God give you what you can handle. That's what God give you. He ain't gonna give you more than that. As long as you can stay the course, fight the fight, and keep going, that's what we're gonna do here at Thornton Township.
Clerk, what are you doing? You out of order. You out of order. Did I call the roll? Did I say call the roll? I'm still speaking. You're out of order, Clerk Key. You out of order, Clerk Key. Like, stop. Y'all out of order. Everybody want to run stuff. Y'all don't run this house over here. Stop, please.
So now you have to listen in order to learn. Remove her.
Go tell that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the super mayor. Still waiting to see what's happening with her cases. You know, she had to turn a bunch of evidence in to the feds. So we'll see what's happening with the super mayor, you know, and see if she gonna, you know, if she's the Teflon super mayor or she gonna, you know, get hooked up in some handcuffs. All right, so I've seen a lot of comments in the chat about Kamala, and yes, a lot of y'all was writing some things y'all saying, you know, in that chat about the sister girl play, but I gotta also talk about something else that popped up immediately. So let's start off with your boy, your favorite political commentator in the whole world in the black community. Who is his favorite man? Who is it? You know who he is. But first I'm gonna play something he said, and I played this the other day, on Friday actually, and then let's play his new emotional response. Because you know, Van Jones, he is the king of emotion. Oh boy, he is just so emotional. My Lord. You know, they need to be playing R&B music from back in the day when we see Van Jones come on. But anyway, let's start off with Van Jones, and we'll get to some other things. Let me cue up Van Jones here for y'all. I know y'all love Van Jones.
Bullet couldn't stop Trump. A virus just stopped Biden. You've got the nominees of this party getting their butts kissed. Biden's getting his butt kicked by his own party. The Democrats are coming apart. The Republicans are coming together.
Yeah, there's a lot of political stuff. The Democratic Party is a family. At the end of the day, this is a family matter. You know, Joe Biden's body may not be as strong as it used to be. His language skills may not be as sharp as they used to be. His heart is as big as ever. His heart is as big and as true and as strong. And this is the difference between a politician and a leader. He made a selfless decision, and people are heartbroken. Even people who are pushing for this to happen. It's kind of like when your grandpa, you got to take the keys, and everybody, you got to take his keys, you got to take his keys, you got to, and he's fighting, and everybody's so frustrated, and then you finally get the keys back, and then you just cry. Because this is somebody that you love. This is somebody that you care about. This is somebody who was there for you. This is somebody, you wouldn't be here without him. And you had to take something from him. Now, this is not, look, politics is politics. But this is a human moment for one of the great humans in America. This is a huge moment for him, for his family, for all of us who love him, for all of us who wanted him to get across the finish line. But if you're a young person watching this is leadership. This is patriotism. This is what it means to put the country first and put the party first and put the cause first. When your arm gets tired, you let somebody else finish pitching the game. That's what Joe Biden has done, and he's done that for all of us. And so I just want to say, I don't know who's going to be the VP, the non-VP. I don't know anything about politics. I just know that I love this man. I care about this man. It was painful every day to sit up here and talk about him like he's just some problem for the party. Wait till we get to the convention. You're going to see people crying, standing, screaming, cheering. He may not get a chance to talk for 10 minutes when we finally get a chance to put our arm around this guy. He did the right thing for this country. He did the right thing for this party. All of us are going to be in this situation someday, and I hope that we take a moment to honor this man and to love this man. I love Joe Biden. I appreciate what he's done, and a lot of people are heartbroken today. Even if it's the right thing, it's still just horrible.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the butter spread. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the butter spread.
Yeah, Van, brother, the biscuits was buttered very well, Van. Van, you fake, homie. You fake, homie. You're sitting up there was talking greasy about that man just the other day. And then now this man drop out, you acting like you all sad. Man, come on, Van. Y'all are fake, bruh. Y'all are fake. How can anybody take Van serious? But hey, that's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do to be on network TV, I guess. You gotta be buck broken. You see, when Trump was shot, you didn't see no white male media pundit on the right crying, literally tears about Trump getting shot. Not that Biden stepped out the race, which, come on, it was bound to happen. But come on, dude, you cry for everything. You cried when the man got elected. Man, do you get a cycle, brother? Is it that time of the month? My Lord. Because, these new blacks today, these new black males, they ain't built like us. So I'm gonna say that much. And I'm not saying all brothers like Van Jones, but you guys are a special type today. That purse-wearing black male. I seen one of them today when I was going in the grocery store. I'm like, what in the hell? And these brothers not LGBT. You walk around with purses, and that's why some of the women act the way they act, because too many of y'all acting feminine. But anyway, that is a total different channel and total different conversation than what I have here. All right, so your boy Van Jones did what Van Jones had to do. So now they got Kamala. It reports that Kamala has raised over $50 million just this fast, on top of the money she's inheriting from Biden that was already raised. So now Kamala has this big war chest. But, if you see in the lower third, Vice President Kamala Harris will have to answer questions from 2020. There were questions that she never answered. And these questions are going to be front and center all over again. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all can do all the ski wee boule thing you want to. And I'm going to tell you something else. Let's go back to Stacey Abrams' campaign in Georgia. Let's use that example, because I see y'all starting to pull the same stunt. Y'all in Georgia was sitting up here talking to black men any kind of way in Georgia. Remember Stacey Abrams' campaign? You was talking down to them, calling black men misogynists. You don't like black women, starting gender wars. Y'all started that. The black Democrat females that started it, they started that. attack the media, the white media too, attacking black men, and then what ended up happening? Black men did not come out there for Stacey Abrams. Black men chose the couch, or black men voted for Governor Kemp. That's what happened. You cannot get black men to vote for Kamala if y'all, the surrogates, I'm not saying Kamala herself, if y'all come out disrespecting black men. What part of the game is that? I want you to do something for me, but I'm going to cuss you out. I'm going to talk down to you. I'm going to say you stupid. I'm going to say you misogynist. I'm going to say you hate black women. I'm going to say everything in the book bad about you as a black man, and that's supposed to be like, oh, you know what? You're right. Let me go vote for Kamala. Let me go do that. Alfie, thank you for the 99 cents. Yeah, I'm going to go do that because you call me every name in the book. So yeah, let me go do that. If you think that's going to happen, look at Stacey Abrams. That's the only thing I'm going to say. Now, she got to answer some questions. Look, just this question here.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
She got to answer why she said that. Now she's going to be the president. Why did you say that you're not going to sit there and say you're only going to do something for black people? You got to answer that question, Vice President Harris. You got to answer it. Because the man you worked with, Joe Biden, prioritized everybody else except black America, and you basically was in agreement with it before you came in. So you got to answer that question. That's 100%. And you can't do, like I said in my podcast, you can't do a Tyler. You remember when Tyler was asked about, colored, and Tyler looked at her PR rep. That's what she did. She looked dead at him. She didn't want to answer anything. Sorry, that didn't work with Tyler, and that sure is not gonna work with you. You can't laugh your way out of these questions. You gotta answer these questions because the black community want to know. Okay? Let me play something else that you gotta answer for, Vice President Harris. Please craft this and make sure to tell your shields the attacks is not going to work because all you're going to do is alienate the people that you want to vote for you. And I know you're going to talk about black men in particular, but because this is the thing. It wasn't y'all even 2 hours after Biden gave the nomination. It was trending on X, black men. I said, oh boy, what is it now? So then I went in to look why black men was trending. And brothers, you know why we were trending? Oh, this election is going to be hard because of black men. Huh? Like this woman haven't even stepped foot yet and said a word. She ain't even put down a program yet. And you already on an attack about black men? Like, I'm telling you, you keep that up. Just remember Stacey Abrams. But this is the second thing that she going to have to answer for. And let me see. Who said that? Andy Castor. Yes. Let's cue that up real quick. Hold on. She got to answer for this, and this is the truth.
Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman.
All right. She got to answer for that, too. She got to answer. Now she in the big leagues now. Like they say, you got the juice now, so you got to answer for all your record in California. You got to answer for that one brother that a couple of people, but the one brother that did an interview on Vice about how his life got messed up behind Kamala. how she was reveling in him getting sentenced, and it was just jacked up what happened to that brother. She got an answer for that. She do have a black men problem. Oh yes, she do. That sister girl ski-wee stuff that y'all gonna use, she got a black men problem. And she better handle it the right way. Because if she got a black men problem already, listen, to Boulay, Roland, and DL Hewley, that crowd, that's not the representation of black men. That's not. They no different than the ski-wee women. Matter of fact, they are like the ski-wee women that you hanging around. Point blank. Now, speaking about ski-wee and all that, yes, this is what I found out. Yesterday, that same day that was announced, listen, the same day that was announced, they had a call, and it was reported that 40,000 black women got on a call across the United States of America. 40,000 black women. The 40,000 black women, did they get on a call about the black community? Did they get on a call about, maybe helping some single parents in our community? Maybe about homelessness or anything that could really relate to the black community? No, they was all on a call about Kamala Harris. Nobody was fighting. They can unite for Kamala Harris, but not unite for each other. The Fearless Fund is dealing with it with Edward Bloom, and we know it's all on racial lines. 40,000 of them to get on a call about the Fearless Fund. Not only on top of that, I wish it was just a call, but they raised $1.5 million during that call for Vice President Kamala Harris. They didn't raise that for the Fearless Fund that was giving money to black women entrepreneurs. They raised $1.5 million for Vice President Kamala Harris. Interesting. So when you heard me earlier talking about we are behind because of us too, not just white supremacy, that's what I'm talking about. We can get together when we want to. We can find money when we want to. Oh, yes, we can. And this is the thing. To the 40,000 black women that's on this call, her becoming president, what that's going to do for black America, or you in particular as a black woman, what is it going to do? That's more symbolism. Y'all got to think about this. Even the way Joe Biden was pushed out, Joe Biden was pushed out by the donor class of the party. They said, he keep running, we not giving no more money. 14 million people voted for Joe Biden to be the nominee. So the Democrats exposed their hand and nobody talking about that. Y'all, let me tell you something. When people talk about the shadow government, that conversation? The donors and the capitalists and all of them, that's the shadow government. This situation with Joe Biden literally exposed that your votes in the primary don't matter like that. The donors matter. And Joe Biden was saying, he said he was going to stay in the race all before them people said, we're going to pull the plug on that money. All before that. And I believe Joe Biden wanted to stay in the race. I believe that. Who really want to go out like that? Somebody's forcing you out. Not really that you made a decision on your own, but somebody forced you out. And who's to say Biden may end up being petty and causing a problem too in the party? Because think about it. You really want somebody to force you off your job when you didn't want to leave? Now, we know Biden's issue, but that's for him to leave on his own. They forced that man out. His whole party turned against him. But at the same time, they were wrong because they kept pushing him when they knew this man had an issue, and they should have talked to him before he even got out here campaigning again and taking money and anything and not embarrassed. Because see, this is the thing. The Democrats embarrassed Joe Biden publicly. And yes, I will say it again. His wife helped them to embarrass her husband publicly like that. Knew this man was in this condition. Why would you let him go out there like that? The Democrats, you knew this man's condition. And yet y'all lied. Y'all lied to the people. Now you want to play a switcheroo and then say, okay, let's put Kamala up because Kamala, maybe, just maybe, okay, the black vote, we got a problem, so put her up because we know a lot of black people do identity politics. They're going to just vote for her just because she's black, not because she had any policies, just because she's black. And we're going to sell the sister girl thing and it's the first black woman. And there's a lot of black people that's kind of having a problem. Now, let's talk about the delineation movement. Delineation movement, now is your time. Now is your time. Now you're going to have to battle the mainstream media on the one drop rule. I'll repeat myself again. Now you're going to have to battle the mainstream media since it's your time now. You're going to have to battle them against the one drop rule. You're going to have to let them know that it's what you say, not what they say with the one drop rule. Now, let me play another video. And I didn't want to get no black men video either. These are a black woman and then your sister girl, Jasmine Crockett. Let me go ahead and play another video here, because not every black woman is on board with Kamala now, okay? But let me get to this. Hold on.
Now, why should you be offended? You would think, oh, well, yeah, we black people, we supposed to support our black folk, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let me explain something to you. You should be offended beyond rapport because of the fact that somebody is willing to put someone in a seat for their color, even when they're not qualified to do a favor for you. Let me explain to you how the last 4 years have went. Up 3, coming into this 4. Let me explain something to you. So for the first three years, Kamala has not cared about the black community, okay? Kamala and Biden have been doing everything in their power to support illegal immigrants. They have been coming in this country. They're getting your benefits. They putting their kids, these illegal immigrants are going into your kids' schools. They in the hood. They're taking over. You're no longer relevant. They're taking over, okay? But then on top of that, okay, they're giving them money. They're giving them credit cards. I mean, they're booking them, taking them. You immigrants coming straight out of Mexico living better than you did, and your ancestors done built this country up. Boo. Let me explain something to you. That's how valuable you are to the Democrat community, okay? But now, boom. Year 4. It's election time. Y'all, we ain't really did nothing for these. I guess we got to do something. Let's call up Kirk Franklin, and he comes to the White House. Kirk Franklin went on that stage with them tight shorts or tight suit and that extra low button top that he wears on stage. And he danced, and he got a check. And that was for you. They paid him to please you. That's how important you are. When Hillary wants to campaign, she don't actually focus on issues in the black community that are needed. She says, oh, I got hot sauce in my bag, boo. Are you pandering to us? Is it working? Oh, y'all forget. Your memory is terrible. Y'all forget. She said, is it working? That's how valuable you are as a vote. That she don't even got to invest to get your vote. She don't even have to work and put the agenda in and start to show proof to get your vote, black woman, black man. You so special to be black. You so special to be black that you don't even get no benefits for it. We'll just put Kirk Franklin in and let him dance for the day. That'll do.
I am not confident at all because, as it was laid out earlier, I do know that, behind closed doors, while I won't name names, that there were people that were absolutely like, it can't be the vice president. So in one breath, they were saying, the president needs to be out. In the next breath, they were also saying it can't be her.
All right. So there are people, even sister girl Jasmine Crockett, and she's a hardcore, Democrat. And I'm seeing some of the comments that's coming in. I mean, man, the shields, are they already out? Lord, the shields are out already? Well, somebody said something about an AKA or something like that. Look, it's not about that. Now, what I mean by delineation. So, people in the community right now have been delineating. And I'm going to have to say, you got to keep that same energy. Just as much as you have the same energy with Africans and Caribbean immigrants and all of that. You got to have the same energy with Kamala too. Don't try to deviate with delineating now. Now they keep saying she's the first black woman. She's the first, and they saying Asian. I think they saying Asian a lot. But we have to remember that yes, Kamala's people is a descendant of slaves, but from the Caribbean. Okay, she's a descendant of slaves from the Caribbean. She's a Jamaican, and there's nothing wrong with being a Jamaican person. Shout out to Jamaica and Jamaicans. Shout out to y'all. She's also an East Indian woman as well. We clearly seen her parents' pictures. And hey, shout out to the East Indians. They got East Indians that watch our channel. Shout out to y'all. You know, we ain't got no beef with you. You know what I'm saying? But why can't it be labeled the first Jamaican American or Indian American possibly? Because you can't say, yeah, she's of African descent. But the issue that some people are having is you're trying to take away our ethnicity and our culture and the folks want to put that on her when she's never walked around even saying that she was from our lineage or from our background. She'll say she black, but she mentioning race. She's not mentioning our lineage, our culture. She's not, and she says it when it's convenient. She says she's an East Indian when it's convenient. She says she's an Asian, API when it's convenient. She'll say she's black when it's convenient. She's done this multiple times. She has not really made a commitment to really any group, whether it's Indian, Asian, or black, whatever's going to suit her at the time. So she's going to be the blackest black woman in America during this time. And you're going to have a lot of, definitely, the Ski Week crowd, they're going to support her. So that's a given, right? And anything you say that is truthful, that they cannot even say, hey, you're lying, is going to be, oh, you just anti-black, you don't like a black woman. It don't matter if you're a black woman saying it, because black men, we already demonized, so we black men. You better believe that. We already demonized. You said numbers don't lie. Say what black man would vote for a divestiture? If you want to go there, let's go there. How many of y'all, if Kamala was a black man and he was married to a white Jewish woman, do you think he would get that kind of support from all the women that's supporting her? Let me go there. Do you think that a black man married to a white Jewish woman, do you think that he would get that kind of support from them same women that support Kamala? I'm asking, because if you're going to do the Dr. Umar thing, and even Dr. Umar too, it's always against the black man, but it's never on the other side. How is it the other side get a pass? I mean, if you own some black purity, then be on it 24/7 if you're going to do it. Don't be cutting like, well, it's different. Like, how is it different? No, it's not different. Either you all in on your argument or you all out on your argument. It's either or. And I always told people, you really want to play the black purity argument, then you really need to go get with Africans and have babies with them. Why? If you want to be black purist, is because you need to try to breed out the European. You can't breed out the European, just be honest with you, if you're a purist. I'm talking about only if you're a purist. You cannot breed the European out of you, if you're a purist, if you keep having children, even with FBAs. Because they got from slavery, got European. Sometimes from 8 to 20% sometimes, or more. I mean, I'm talking about the purist. I'm not talking about regular people. I'm talking about the purist. You would have to have all your children with Africans. Matter of fact, you got to leave America, go stay there, so your children don't be exposed to this melting pot, so they don't even have a temptation of doing anything. They're going to marry somebody right there who's African. That's the only way you can breed out the European out of you. And maybe in a couple of generations, if you're going to be a purist. But most people are not really purists like that. I don't fully know, Nina, if her family owned slaves. I don't know. I can look into it, but let's say if they did. What that got to do with her trying to run for the president in 2024? That has nothing to do with it. I mean, even if it's 100% accurate, I don't know. I'm just saying if it is. What that got to do with her running for president? This woman could potentially become president of the United States, okay? And this woman has not showed herself well on the world stage. We just being 100. You know, they ask her questions, she's laughing, talking about a friend in need, a friend indeed. Like, that's not a joke. I mean, you have to be engaging with world leaders. You're dealing with guys like Vladimir Putin. You're dealing with President Xi. You're dealing with Kim Jong-un in North Korea. You're dealing with, you know, dudes in the Middle East. Like, and this the thing about that. She don't come across as her demeanor doesn't even come across. And man, I gotta watch and respect her. Now, if she had a demeanor, prime example, if she had Tulsi Gabbard's demeanor when she talked, and then when she was like just straight on it, because I watched Tulsi Gabbard talk for years. But if she had that kind of demeanor, I could take a little bit more seriously. But the pandering, I can't take seriously. I can't. I just can't. Then all that Democrat stuff they push, I just can't take it seriously. But I can always say, I'll still be fair. I still will say, okay, well, just give her a chance. Let's see what she presents. Because I haven't seen what she presented yet. Some people, and let me shut something down too, because I got to be fair. Some people bringing up what she was doing with downtown Willie Brown and, oh, she did this and she did that. Okay. We need to throw away that morality crap out the window. And let me tell you why. Donald doggone Trump was up here with Stormy Daniels. Listen, you don't cut no $100,000 check to a woman you didn't do nothing with. I don't care what he say he ain't do. Donald Trump is lying. He not gonna give up $100,000 to no woman that he ain't touch. Let's just call that what it is. So if Donald Trump can be in the position he's in, cheating on his wife, sleeping with adult film stars and all of that, if he can do that, okay, Kamala, what she was doing, I don't agree with it, but I'm not holding that against her. Because when Donald Trump got up here and he was allowed to do what he done, I don't go with the morality argument with nobody. And I'm not going to put on Kamala something that we're not putting on Donald Trump. I'm not going to do that. Because first and foremost, she wasn't a president back then. Whatever relationship she had with downtown Willie Brown, he the one took a bow. She didn't. You can say, well, she this and she that. Man, women do that. Women do that. They've been doing that from the eons of time. If a man is stupid enough to sit up here and fall for that mess, hey, do I agree with it? No. Do I respect it? No. But it is what it is. She ain't the only one. So don't be sitting up here putting her out there like she's the only one that got in when she fit in. I'm not going to do that. I can care less what she did. I don't care. What I care about is what she's going to do if she become president. Is she worthy of somebody voting for her? What is her policies? What is she going to offer? Are you going to offer an anti-black hate crime bill? Are you going to offer reparations in the form of cash payments? What are you going to do for black people? That's it. I don't care about her life. Don't care. She married to Doug. I don't care about that either. What are you going to do for black people? That's it. What about your record with black people? Is that we gonna get from you? We gonna get Joe Biden 1994 crime bill part 2? If you become the president, like what's going on with that? You say you're not gonna do nothing for black people. What's going on with it? That's all really I care about. I don't care about her past. I don't care about if her family owned whatever. If they own something, that was in the Caribbean. And the Caribbeans need to deal with her if that's true. Her family didn't own nothing here. So if that's, I say if, I didn't say it was, I said if that's true. One thing I learned about life, you gotta deal with the things in real time. I can't litigate the past. Nobody can litigate the past. It don't matter, hold on. So does it matter if Willie Brown's a politician and Trump was a private citizen? It don't matter. It don't matter. Willie Brown was married, Trump was married. That's what we're talking about, the morality aspect, not what people done for a living. Don't matter. Trump took vows to Melania. He had his son, Barron. All that at the time. I think, matter of fact, Barron was still a child at the time. So don't sit up here. I'm not going to sit up here and go along with anybody trying to trash her past. And Trump, nobody can talk about him. No, I believe everybody can get it equally. If we're going to let Trump alone, leave her alone. We got to be fair, man. We got to be fair. It's not about me liking her. It's about you have to be fair. Don't put more on her than you're not going to put on him. Do it equally. Oh yeah, the DNC convention gonna be interesting. Yes, it will. It's gonna be a lot of shoe shining, shuffle. It's gonna be some trash panda behavior. Ooh. Oh, y'all probably gonna have every celebrity you could think of up there. Get ready for the celebrities, the athletes. Get ready for these influencers that like to cuss y'all out. Oh, they all going. Y'all, Chicago, it's gonna be off the chain. You watch. And shout out to Chicago. Now, to my brothers and sisters in Chicago, y'all need to be asking Kamala right now. Okay, y'all coming up here to Chicago, and man, shout out to my people in Chicago. Man, Chicago, I like Chicago. What are you gonna do about all these people that's here? What's your immigration policy, Kamala? Are you gonna keep on letting this happen? Or you gonna keep papering them up? Well, in order for her to win, she can't do that. I can tell you that right now. The open border thing, she can't do that. She gonna have to kind of take a page out of Obama's book and say, nah, yeah, y'all ain't coming no more. Cause see, she kind of start with a fresh slate. You can't put the Gaza thing on her cause she's not the president. You can't put she was the border czar, yes. You could kind of say it's your fault, but she gonna say, well, I can only do so much. So she gonna try to skate from underneath the border thing. But you're going to have to ask her what you're going to do about the border. Everything you said to Biden, you're going to have to say to her. And see what she's going to do about it. What's her concrete policy? You cannot get in the presidency just because you quote unquote black or black adjacent. That don't work. What about this economy? What are you going to do about kitchen table issues? What you going to do about this $4 gas? $5 gas? What are you going to do about that? What are you going to do about the inflation? What are you going to do about the interest rates? She has to be asked these important questions now. She got, 100 some odd days to go. I don't care about the ski wing and the shaming taxes. All I care about is the policies. If Kamala has some policies that'll work, you can vote for Kamala. If Trump got policies that work, you vote for Trump, and if none of them, you vote for the couch. It's just that simple. It's not that hard to figure that out. And another thing, stop telling people, I mean, unless you want to discuss that or whatever, stop telling people on your job, especially on your job, or anything in your place of business or whatever, stop telling people who you're voting for, please. Eric Gray said, I'm expecting a surge of young black anti-capitalists, especially black anarchists, to be a result of all of this nonsense with electoral politics. Well, we don't know what's going to happen with this situation. We all still playing this by ear. I don't want to speculate unless I kind of see some things going on. But people's asking today, where is Joe Biden? Where is he at? Like, I had COVID and it knocked me down, okay, when I had it some years ago. If people say, where's Phil, man? Like he sent a statement and I'm the president of the United States. I could easily get on a Zoom call, even having COVID, and say, hey guys, I'm good. I'm right here. I'm on Zoom, just letting y'all know. Like, I don't even know why he didn't even do that on Zoom. He didn't have to go to the White House. He could have did that, passed that in to the news from his home, and he could have read that whole letter. I mean, like, the way that was done was so weird. The letter was put out on X of all things. You're the president of the doggone United States. You mean to tell me you don't have enough to sit down? We got modern technology. You don't have to go to the Oval Office no more. You mean to tell me he couldn't sit down on a Zoom or something and just said that speech, he couldn't have done that. Everybody asking, where's the president? Who's running the country right now? What's going on with him? What's up? He in Delaware, what's up? Who's making decisions? I mean, you hear all that chatter, get on a Zoom call or something. Get on with CNN, MSNBC. That's your safe spots. Talk to them and say, hey, yeah, I'm good. I'm just trying to recover. That's what it is. But nobody's seeing the man. You're the president. You're not the vice president. Yeah, you got people making all kind of things about him, saying he's really ill, and he didn't know. People saying all kind of things. Like I said, I don't go that route until I can concrete say, okay, this happened or that happened. But people don't know what's going on with him. They don't know how ill he is or whatever the case may be. Is Kamala doing the job? His doctor said that that he's been taking Paxlovid. And he's responding very well to it. Like the doctor put out a statement, not even like just like he showed up on X, he could have put something up on X, a 1-minute video, let people know with sitting next to his wife. She can put a mask on or whatever. But usually, if he had it, she probably got it too, or maybe whatever. And just did what they had to do. But it's all this is weird, man. This is so weird. Because when LBJ, when he bowed out the race, he did what, I think a 40-minute a speech about it from the Oval Office when he did that. But Biden puts out a letter on X. Like, what? Something that important you put it out on X? You say you don't trust his doctor? I don't trust the whole thing. The whole thing is weird, man. It's weird. The whole thing is weird. I still say the man was emphatic about he gonna stay in the election, and then Sunday a letter drops. You don't even hear from him. He say in the letter, "Well, I'm gonna talk about it later this week." Bruh, you should have talked about it immediately. That's a big thing. You say let him be a senior citizen? No. He's not a senior citizen because he took the job of president of the United States. That if you want to be a senior citizen, then you shouldn't have done the job. Or if you can't do it no more, then you have to resign and let Kamala become the president. One of the two. If you can't do the job anymore. No, that's no excuse. Senior citizens can do a lot of jobs. They doing them now. Every day I go into stores and different places. You have a lot of senior citizens doing their jobs. So his age has nothing to do with it. And beyond what you say he's too old, there are people that I've known. Matter of fact, Minister Farrakhan is older than he is. And Minister Farrakhan is sharp still to this day. Minister Farrakhan is sharp. So it's not your age, it's just your overall health. Trump is old too. Trump is not no young whippersnapper. But Trump is still sharp. That's the difference. So if Biden was still sharp, it wouldn't be a conversation right now, because he'd still be running. You say he could stand in front of a Walmart? Well, no, he's not gonna do that. I know he got a fly spot in Delaware. I know he gonna, let that man live it. I'll just say this much, man. What if he resigns? Let's go there. What if he resigns? What if he say, man, you know what? Man, F all y'all, man. I'm sick of the party. I'm sick of all y'all. You know what? Man, I got a few months to go. I'm resigning. I ain't putting up with y'all no more. What if Biden do that? What if? Hey, like Marvel, right? What if series? What if Biden resigns? And Biden say something, whatever you want to say, but really, what if he resigned because he's like, you know what? I'm gonna pardon my son. And make sure my son can't get charged or nothing since he got convicted. I'm gonna make sure to clean out, do all that first. And then after my son get pardoned, everything get right with that, boom, forget y'all. I'm resigning. I have a few months to go anyway. I'm resigning. Don't none of y'all talk to me. Barack, don't you come over here. Nancy Pelosi, F you. Chuck Schumer, double F you. Like, what if he do that? He could. I'm just saying, what if he resigns? I don't put it past Biden at this point. Like, is he really gonna finish his term? I just want to know the way he was pushed out. Will he finish it, or will he get pissed off and say, forget y'all? I'm going to pardon my son, and I'm gonna tell my son, hey, if Donald Trump get in office, here's so much money. Go stay overseas till this man finish his 4 years, please. Go stay over there. Because as long as you're in this country, he gonna come after you. Right? What if that happens? They say if Donald Trump wins. Now, if Kamala wins, he'll be all right. She ain't gonna do him nothing to Hunter. She'll leave him alone. But I'm just saying, Biden may, the man could resign. It wouldn't shock me if I see that happen. Put it like that. If he resigns and say, forget it, now y'all got President Kamala Harris, it wouldn't shock me at this point. Yeah, you know what, Slim? Yeah, I'll pardon. Listen, if I'm the president, I'll pardon mine too. Forget that. Why you gonna be in a position you can't pardon your child? Man, forget that. I don't care what none of y'all say. That's wrong. Man, you know what? Well, if it's wrong, I don't want to be right. Forget it. Doggone right, I'll pardon my son. Hey, if it happens, if he resigns and you have Kamala Harris as your president, like I said, I wouldn't be shocked by it. And mentally, I'm actually prepared for it. That's the thing. I'm actually more prepared for it now than what I thought before. Because you can't tell me that man is happy right now about them pushing him out. You can't tell me that man is happy about that. This is this man's legacy. You think about this man's legacy in politics. This man been in politics longer than I've been living. And the way he goes out of politics is y'all pushed him out. Not like when him and Obama finished their term, that's a good way to go out. Okay? That was fine. Perfect. But he became the president and y'all pushed him out. Didn't let the man, even talk to the man to say, man, he just do one term because of this. No. Y'all forcefully pushed him out. So if Biden become petty, wouldn't surprise me. And you know what? I wouldn't blame him. I wouldn't blame him at this point. I wouldn't. If he want to do some get back at some of y'all Democrats, remember, he got immunity now. So hope y'all stay on his good side and he don't have an episode because he got immunity. He can get at you if he want. Remember that. Supreme Court. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on the stream. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click the subscribe button. It's very important. Make sure you always check our channel because I've had people message me and say, hey, man, I didn't see no videos from your channel. What happened? Every day we posting something. If you don't see nothing, come and check. The live streams, you may not even get a notification. That's normal. Just come check 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Let's see if he live or whatever. Support everyone that's making content here. We are trying to give you news from all over the world with our perspective on it. So definitely support everyone who's making content here. Watch it all. Support it all. The ladies do very well at trying to, they're working very hard, here, and definitely want to, support them as well. The African Diaspora News Channel app. Make sure you download that, ladies and gentlemen, in the Google Play and the Apple App Store. When you get there, hit create account, and then from there, you will do a monthly, quarterly, or yearly support. I appreciate everyone that's continued to support us. It's very important because even with these, times, it's just been so weird. Even on this platform this year, it's not been the same. When you look at subscriber counts, that don't mean nothing. It's about the viewership totally for the month, right? And you can keep producing the same content, haven't changed a thing, and it just is crazy. So the app itself, when you guys, get memberships and the funding goes to the app, it definitely helps us to pay the bills here. Definitely. We got payroll and all kinds of things that we have to pay, every month here. So I appreciate everyone who do support the show also in that manner. So thank y'all for listening. We'll see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time here on African Diaspora.